And welcome back to the show. The Rebirth of a Woman is a women's-based movement that provides artistic platforms for survivors of abuse as well as trauma. In celebration of Women's History Month, the movement is holding several events, including multiple borough food drives, virtual empowerment circle in South Africa, women empowerment dinner, and a Mommy and Me yoga, as well as meditation and mindfulness teachings. Now, here to share a little bit more about the Rebirth of a Woman's founder is Mercy Baez and also President Nikkia Singletary. And Mercy, we'll start off first and say hello and good morning.
Grand Rising, it's so good to be back. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And we also want to thank Nikkia for joining us as well. And I'll get right at it and ask the question, Mercy, first of you. A lot going on throughout the course of Women's History Month, but Rebirth of a Woman is really focusing and on this particular month at really empowering women.
Right, absolutely. So the Rebirth of a Woman LLC really focuses on giving a platform, many different platforms artistically, to survivors of abuse and trauma. And so for Women's History Month and for Domestic Violence Month in October, we really focus in on giving as much as we can for those months specifically. So we have weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly events. We're going to have different mindfulness, meditation, and yoga teachings every Wednesday at 3 p.m. And that is live streamed on Instagram from my Instagram page. It's me and my daughter. The reason why that was created, it was to focus in on the youth from newborn to fifth graders, really trying to figure out how can we help them while being at home during such a time of COVID and having a new norm of homeschooling. We also opened up a platform of a weekly podcast show every Saturday at 6 p.m., allowing different women and different people to speak on women history and different women topics. And then we just had our many food borough drives as well to give back to our communities continuously.
Yeah. And Nikkia, congratulations. You are the new president. Talk to us about your role and responsibility now as being president.
Thank you so much. Honestly, I feel as though the rebirth of a woman is something that affects all women. So it's going to take more than one woman to just really put the movement on her back. And in that sense, I feel as though just being able to be eager to show women, to help women, you know what I'm saying? Empowering women is just helping women help themselves. So in that, I could say, as a person who's really been on my own for a long time, had to figure out different things and just figure out how to navigate a peaceful life in this life. I feel like that's something that we can all share with each other. So.
Yeah. And Mercy, I know that a part of one of your components is really doing mindfulness and meditation, right?
Yes.
Give us a little bit about what that means in the life of a woman to create this mindfulness and then also participate in meditation.
Being mindful is really being mindful of not only what's around you, but yourself and how you respond and co-respond to situations and how you want to live about in your life. It's really how you bear situations and how you show others how to interact. So being that I'm a mother, I have to really set a tone and be a prime example for my daughter. And in moments of being so frustrated, being mindful can show you exactly why you're frustrated and how you can capture it so that it doesn't get out of hand. And meditation just kind of combines with the mindfulness and really allows you to calm yourself and connect with your mind, body, soul, and spirit, and really get deeper as to why you are reacting and feeling the way you are, so that it's no longer a bad pattern in your life. You are now healed and you are now acting differently and more maturely, or whatever it is that you want to call it, that's helping you with healing and love to be more vibrant in your life.
So I know you got a couple of events that are supposed to be scheduled upcoming for both March and then also into April, I'm told. So give us a little bit about some of the upcoming events.
Yeah, so we have the opportunity to team up with the Andrew Freeman home. That is a very dear home in the Bronx, and to throw a woman empowerment dinner. I would love Nikkia to explain exactly the idea of what the empowerment dinner is.
It's an honor to be able to have it at the Andrew Freeman home, which is a staple for New York City. It's a really gorgeous place. And then to be able to bring women there and have them dress up and, you know what I'm saying, put on their what we would call Sunday's best and come out and be entertained the way that Queens used to be back in the day, you know what I'm saying, where we're gonna have people who come and sing or poetry. But it's also sparking conversations that are so necessary in the days to come. You know what I'm saying? It's sparking conversations about coping mechanisms. It's sparking conversations about being mindful of each other and our own mentals. It's just genuinely creating a safe space or a safe haven where we all know it's okay not to be okay. You know what I'm saying? And we're all trying to figure that out.
And so, as you have these events, obviously women gather together. It's an opportunity for women to come together in fellowship and to really get some empowerment, as we say, right?
Yeah.
So share with me a little bit more about what that means to have the women's bonding. I mean, we talk about Women's History Month right now, and I talked to several women. They're like, I just love March because it just gives us such a great sense of enthusiasm and a shot in the arm. What do you feel as though these dinners and even this month really means to you guys?
I feel like it's the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like in that sense, right? This month, it's her story. You know what I'm saying? So we're going through so many different things where women warriors and first women to do this or women inventors, you know what I'm saying? So it really begins that conversation of inspiration. It starts that conversation of confirmation, you know what I'm saying? Like of affirmation. It really is. I feel as that also that conversation period for us to be able to talk to each other about the different things that we've done or to talk about other things that we aspire or we are inspired by other women, you know what I'm saying? Like it just opens us up to a conversation that we don't you normally have because women are never in the forefront. So for
Right.
this
Yeah, and the main motto is really just educating, uplifting, and empowering each other. So really, really understanding different point of views and different perspectives within experiences of trauma and abuse and how to survive that. But not only just survival, it's just being a woman. What does it mean to be female, to be a Black and or brown woman today in America? And how can we utilize being a woman to be successful and just like Nikkia said, to cope and to adjust within our environments and with our world, and really just finding our purpose and living within our purpose, and showing that as new generations to come, a lot of things do change. So a lot of older school
teaching.
people would stick to certain teachings that are kind of like, evading today. And women have to stand more in the forefront, just like Nikkia said. And so just, really preparing and encouraging each other on what that means to be prepared while you're there doing the necessary work.
Well, we want to thank you both for coming and being here on Open. Certainly a lot of information to share. Excuse me, a lot of events coming up in the future too. So we want to make sure that your people are connected. So we'll definitely make sure that we get the word out. But thank you guys for coming. I should say ladies. Thank you, ladies, for coming and being with us here on the show.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much for
so
having
very
me.
much.
Well, Mercy and Nikkia, thank you so much for being with us here on the show and all the work that you're doing in uplifting women, particularly during Women's History Month. Want to let you know for more information, you can follow them on Instagram at the rebirth of _a woman.